Hi, I'm Norman Liss, and the name of the program is The Way to Go. I invite you to join me each week at this time as we explore places to go, things to do, and other things that will help make your life more interesting. And talk about interesting, one of the most interesting places in Westchester is the Performing Arts Center at Purchase. And I welcome back as a guest the director of the Performing Arts Center at Purchase, and it's Chistopher Beach. And Christopher, I'm so glad that you could come back and talk about all the wonderful things that have been happening. And when we talk about Purchase, we talk about wonderful memories of things that happened. SUNY Purchase, Mona, now Purchase College. Crystallize for me what it is that makes this place so unique.
Well, Norman, when I arrived at the center now almost 5 years ago, that was really my first charge, to find out that thing which set the Performing Arts Center apart from the Stanford Center, the Lehman Center, Paramount Center, and other performing arts centers in the region. I needed to find that out because the unique nature of the Performing Arts Center informs the kind of programming that I do. So I guess the first thing is evident as soon as you drive up to the building. It is not one theater, but rather four. And when Nelson Rockefeller conceived it and built it, he built four very specific theaters with specifically designed, each one for the presentation of a different kind of performing arts. So the largest theater, our concert hall, which seats 1,300, is the largest stage outside of Lincoln Center and Radio City Music Hall, within 200 miles of New York.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the stage house is the backstage facilities. So we can present any major international orchestra. The largest ballet companies in the world can come to Purchase where they can't go other places. We have the PepsiCo Theater. It's our second hall, specifically designed for the spoken word, for plays. It's all carpeted walls, special technical lighting positions and things like that. The third theater is what we call the recital hall, and it's blessed with perfect acoustics. All three of these theaters have orchestra pits. This one is where we do our chamber music and our small modern dance companies. We also do about 45 recordings a year for Deutsche Grammophon, Sony Classical, Telarc Records, Arabesque.
I had heard that recording companies like to use your theaters.
They do.
Because of the sound quality?
The sound is terrific. We, Yo-Yo Ma, Midori, Ashkenazi, Horowitz recorded there. Deutsche Grammophon records all the Orpheus Chamber groups records in our halls.
What are the factors that make a hall an ideal place for recordings?
It's the sound. It's what we have a recording room downstairs, and one is silence. You know, there are recording studios in New York City, and even if they're on the 20th floor, there's still that rumble of the subway.
And sirens.
Yes. The Performing Arts Center is, in fact, two theaters, one built inside the other. They knew that Westchester Airport was right next door, and although it was much smaller 20 years ago, they were planning for the future. So they built one theater, and then they built a whole nother skin with a 3-foot space in between the two to make sure that it's absolutely quiet.
So we've covered three theaters.
So,
we've got a fourth one to go.
The fourth one is what we call the Abbott Kaplan Theater, and it is the largest experimental theater black box that I know of anywhere in the country. It's 84 feet square, and we can change the shape of the seating so that each configuration can focus on a different kind of presentation.
Now, having these four theaters lends itself not only for presentations that you originate, but also for other companies, other organizations to use your facilities.
It does. The fact that there are four theaters so specifically designed mandates that the kind of programming that I do be as varied as the theaters are. if we just presented a music series or we just presented lots of different dance, we wouldn't be utilizing that special thing which makes the Performing Arts Center unique. The other thing that makes it unique is that it's part of not just any college, but New York State's School of the Arts. And the conservatory divisions that the college has in music, dance, theater, and the visual arts inform the kind of programming that I do. It's important that we have pre-performance lectures, master classes, open rehearsals. That kind of educational component is attached to all of our performances.
So you say the things that you present now, how does that work? There are certain things that you originate and put on, and there are certain things that you do not. How does that work?
The Performing Arts Center hosts about 500 events a year. A great many of them, about 100 of them, are student performances given by our conservatory division students in music, dance, and theater. I curate a season of 50 performances, international major companies, the St. Petersburg Philharmonic, recital series with Alfred Brendel and Leontine Price, Isaac Stern, that sort of thing.
Christopher, but the word curate is one that gets me. I've never heard that term used. I know of curators at museums, but I've never heard of it in terms of a performing arts center. What does it entail?
Well, you have to step. You're sort of in my skin for a minute, because I don't just select an artist or a company because I can afford the fee or because I think that the audience would love them. Certainly those are factors. But I try to put together a season which people can learn from, a season which has an overall shape to it. If you look at my programming in our Great Performance Series, for example, for the last 5 years, you will see that there are not only emerging artists, but I have brought certain artists who certainly can sell out the theater, like Isaac Stern or Earl Wild, Shur Cherkasky, Marilyn Horne. But these are artists that I'm bringing so that our students have an opportunity to hear these artists before their careers are over. A live opportunity. Another example of curating is our World Music and Dance series, or our American Music series. American Music started out Black Women in American Music. It moved on to a jazz series. Another year we did all country music artists. The next year we did all rhythm and blues. The World Music and Dance series is not just a selection of 3 artists and companies, but in fact this year there are 3 companies, very, very different, the Klezmatics, Buckwheat Zydeco, and they all take as their main instrument the accordion. So as the audience and our subscribers attend one performance after another, they get not only, I hope, entertainment, but I hope with the pre-performance lectures, the prelude concerts, they get a curated experience.
Now, you mentioned for the students, but your audience is so much broader than that, because the audience is not only the Westchester community, but a vast community in surrounding and even in regional areas who come because of what you do. There is a constant challenge there, I think, to do things that are special. And how do you come up with things that are special? We're going to get into in a few minutes some of the things that are coming up shortly, and so that people can put them on their schedule. But how's that done? I suppose that word curate is really the thing that focuses in on that.
Well, I'm continually surprised. We have subscribers who live in New Haven, Poughkeepsie, Danbury, Rockland County, even Long Island, who come to the center on a regular basis. Many of the performances that we present, you can't see anywhere else. and they range everything from the American debut of a small modern dance company from Canada to the first American performance of Melvin Tan's new Mozart ensemble. We just this Friday had a performance of the Ballet de Caracas, their first, in fact, their only New York performance of Don Quixote, full-length ballet. A great many of these kind of special attractions, I think, draw people from these distances.
Talk about special attractions. You certainly have some special attractions that are coming up, and why don't we get specific right now?
Well, April's a busy month. It's a perfect month to remind me why I have the best job of anybody I know, because the wealth of those theaters lets me present anything. We have a specific program for children called Théâtre Sans Fille. It's giant puppets, a Canadian company, and as we can see, it's very, very visual. Oh, they're really quite marvelous.
Tell me about that. Giant puppets?
Yeah, well, they're puppets of different sizes, and I've always loved masks and clowns and puppets, so I try to bring puppets as part of every Family Fair series.
And is this strictly for children?
Well, I'll go and love every minute of it. So.
But it's the sort of thing where
it's specific. I think we recommend ages 5 through 12.
So it's children oriented.
Yes.
in terms of that. Mm-hmm. And let's move on a little bit and let's talk about something that's very, very modern and very much not.
Well,
now.
it's far end of the scale. Philip Glass has created a new opera based on Jean Cocteau's film Beauty and the Beast, and he has taken the soundtrack from Cocteau's film and removed it and replaced it with his own musical score, which his company plays, and the words are now sung by 4 singers.
Let's talk about Philip Glass a little bit. A lot of people are familiar with his work. He is.
They haven't heard him in Purchase yet, though. So
he's never.
No, I think he did some residency and some recording work at Purchase a long time ago, before I got there.
But let's talk about him in general and where he stands. And for those people who may not know his work so much, he certainly is a modern composer whose fame is enormous.
Well, it is, and I think he's probably produced more contemporary operas and musical theater pieces than any other serious composer today.
And this presentation that we're talking about now, that is also combining Philip Glass with a story that people are very much aware of.
This is not, however, this is not a children's presentation of Beauty and the Beast. This is the Cocteau film. So you have the film and the orchestra and the singers. Your sense is of watching an opera, I think, but a very contemporary opera.
And do you have to love Philip Glass's music in order to love this?
Yes, absolutely.
It is unique. I mean,
it is.
His music is certainly different, and I know there are people who love it and there are people who hate it, but I think everybody's very impressed with what he does.
It's true. We also have, and again, a sort of another end of the spectrum, we have Lawrence Luckinbill doing his one-man show, LBJ. And I think the audience, when they walk into the theater and they see Lawrence Luckinbill up on the stage, they'll rub their eyes a couple times and say, but he looks exactly like LBJ, sounds exactly like LBJ. It's an amusing and witty, but also a very touching
and it's amazing that he's able to do this because he's done so much. He is a Westchester resident, isn't he?
Yes.
And he's been doing the LBJ one-man show for some time. Has it ever been presented in Westchester?
Never. I don't know. It may have been presented a couple years ago. Never at Purchase.
It's a full-length presentation.
Yes.
And he does obviously look a great deal like him through the wonders of makeup and acting, I suppose. That's in the near future, but in the far future, I know you've got this 10-year program on Gilbert and Sullivan. How's that coming along?
We do. We've completed 2 years. We started with, actually I should step back for a minute. I was trying to think what we might do in the summertime to use the entire company, the scene shop, the costume shop, that sort of thing. And so I sent a questionnaire out to my audience. I sent out 1,300. Everybody's sitting in the seats, and normally I get back about 30 or 40. Well, this time I got back 1,275. And of the 1,275, when asked whether they were interested in Gilbert and Sullivan and that sort of thing, 3 of them hated Gilbert and Sullivan. And everybody else was listing all these operas that I'd never heard of, Iolanthe, Radugor, The Sorcerer, and so I was encouraged. The key to the Performing Arts Center's 10-year project is to produce these operas, all the major GNS operas, in fully professional productions with international casts, a complete orchestra. It's a $4 million project, new scenery, new costumes. The singers come from the Metropolitan Opera, Covent Garden in London, English National Opera, D'Oyly Carte, stars of the English opera and musical theater. And
what is the next presentation going to be, and when?
We've just completed HMS Pinafore, and also our first season was Trial by Jury, and so I hope to do The Sorcerer, Pirates of Penzance, and Mikado next.
It's very ambitious. Now
all in July.
All in July.
Yeah, that's each July we'll do one.
I have seen each year in July.
Each year in July.
I have seen your earlier presentations, and they are just magnificent.
Thank you. Thank you. More people came to HMS Pinafore than to any performance that the Performing Arts Center's ever done in 17 years.
That's great. I do want to remind our audience at this point that I'm talking today with Chistopher Beach, who is the director of the Performing Arts Center in the Purchase, and we're getting some insights into the near future and the far future and what goes on behind the scenes. You see your mission here as more than theater presentation. There is a community involvement, isn't there?
Well, the university, State University of New York, has been committed to public service from its very founding, and in fact the college at Purchase has public service as a major part of its mission. The Neuberger Museum of Art, the Performing Arts Center, and a vast continuing education division serve the public. We also have a great many older students who audit all of the courses at Purchase as part of the regular public service to the community.
What are some of the other companies that use your facilities regularly?
When the center was built, it was envisioned that major arts organizations within the county and also Fairfield County would make their homes there. So Philharmonia Virtuosi, Greenwich Choral Society, Phoenix Theater Company, Westchester Symphony, all of them, the Westchester Philharmonic, all of them have been performing for years and years with very loyal audiences and close working relationships between their artistic directors and me.
Now, we're in an era now when there are tremendous cutbacks in the support that people get from government. How's that affected you?
Well, it's a kind of double whammy for us. I'm sure you've read about the challenges the National Endowment is facing, and so the funding that we've been getting from them will surely be reduced. But in addition, we are part of the state university, and so we're having the national cuts, but also the cuts coming down from the SUNY budget.
How do you make up for that?
Like John Houseman said in the commercial, the old-fashioned way, we earn it. The staff and I have focused very hard on maximizing our earned income, thinking of new ways to earn money, not only at the box office, but also we've worked out an elaborate system of barters with local companies. Local hotels and restaurants have been supportive. The Ryetown Hilton, year after year, has been one of our major supporters. Local restaurants like Aquario, Centro, Provare at Arrowwood, the Cobblestone, Cobble Creek, George's Hilltop, all of them get together, and we provide them with opportunities, and they provide us with services.
Now, you also, as part of your community service, you have discounts for students, of course, and for senior citizens.
And senior citizens.
And that
10% for the senior citizens. The purchase students all receive a 50% discount, and then we have what's called Student Rush. 30 minutes before every performance, students can get a $5 ticket to anything.
Now, there's something to me that's ideal about going there. Number one, it's so accessible from everywhere. It's right off 287, of course, right off the Hutchinson River Park. It's accessible. It's easy to get to. Parking is vast.
Yes.
Is huge. There never is a problem.
And we have something
parking.
new now, Norman. The building could be a little forbidding. It was built at a time when some of the state architecture was a little overwhelming, and so we've added to liven it up. We've added a new cafe run by Cornerstone Caterers in Rye, and we have a little piano bar, a full menu of pre-performance meals you can have, then of course the lobby bar service, and then following every performance the cafe will be open for espresso, cappuccino, and a full range of desserts. It's been open now for 3 days, and a great success.
There's a great feeling when you come there. Now at the new cafe, which I haven't seen yet, I would think that it adds to it. When you come there and the people are attending different theaters, different performances, there is a very warm feeling in the lobby area. That's the only way I could describe it. In the intermission, people, you've been there every time I've been there, so I guess...
Well, I am. The credit really goes to my staff, though, because our marketing director, Martha Cooper, greets people. Community relations director is there, Virginia Rhines. We have ushers stationed throughout the lobby to help direct people and welcome them.
There is a warm feeling. One of the things that we should do is to tell people what number to call for further information, specific information, ticket availability.
We sell out about 75% of our performances, so they should call.
Yes.
Should I give you the number?
Sure, why don't you
914-251-6200.
And we'll put that up on the screen, the closing credits for people who haven't gotten their pens out fast enough to do that.
Great.
So where are we going? You've got a great board of directors, of course, which are...
A new board, actually. At Purchase, we call it the Leadership Council, headed by our chairman, Walter Schmarler. And we are just in the process of building this group.
What does the Leadership Council do?
They act as my ambassador. They act as my eyes and ears, sort of the opposite of that. And they also do what most boards of directors do, which is they raise money in support of the program and enhancement monies. One of my goals at Purchase is to not only continue to expand the series with a great orchestra series and a young concert artist series, more popular music, but also to begin an extensive rehabilitation, if you will, of the public areas, carpeting the lobby, all new lobby furniture, to sort of bring the amenities of attending the performance up to the same level that the artists and the companies represent.
You know, as we have this visit again, I see that, as always, anything in the arts are problems, but I get the feeling that all is well. at the Performing Arts Center, and that the future may have some difficult paths to follow, but all is very, very bright. And I think that's a credit to you and your staff and the people who support you, the people who attend. And I thank you very, very much for coming, because it's really great to hear about a place which is one of my favorite places to go to. Thanks again.
My pleasure.
And today my guest has been Christopher Beach, who is the director of the Performing Arts Center at Purchase. It's a wonderful place. It's got wonderful theaters. It's a great place to go to. Go there. Enjoy yourself. I'm Norman Liss. The name of the program is The Way to Go. Until next week at this time, enjoy yourself.